Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and I am here today to talk to you about my tarot decks and oracle decks that I think are very intuitive readers. This week on my channel, we are going to be exploring intuitive work, inspired by my monthly card, which is the Queen of Cups. And you can check out the video where I did my monthly tarot predictions up above in the cards. I do that for work with my bullet journal, and I'm expanding the way I use this. I want to start working with my monthly tarot predictions and tarot cards more. And this month's the Queen of Cups feels like a perfect time to start it. So, for this week, we're going to be talking about intuitive work, and we're starting with my decks because it is Tarot Monday here on my channel. I have a couple of different types of decks here, so let's just get into it. The first type is a set of decks that I really want to just play with my intuition to hopefully just get some more of these juices flowing. And it's my Spreadcrafters set. So I got these and I love them. I haven't worked with them a ton. I'm thinking, given that my month is the Queen of Cups and the message I got in that video was super intuitive. It was very much about just allowing my intuition. I really want to lean into that. So I got these. This is the quest expansion, and all of the cards have a title, different categories of cards, and then just some words. So this one, it's a character card. It's the card of the hero, and then the words to play off of are the adventurer, the wayfarer, the one who embarks on a journey. Who are you as the hero of your story, the champion of your epic quest? And so there's a bunch of them. There's the quest ones where we've got characters cards, we've got power-up cards, there's equipment cards, there's status cards, there's cards that call embark, so it's going out doing the action. So that's the quest one. There's also this change oracle, or this Spreadcrafters change one, which is very personal growth. And this one has shadow work cards. Some cards with the category flux, which the flux cards are, oh, good gravy. I can't remember. Let's see. The flux cards are overarching concepts that govern our worldview and can shift depending on the context and the relationship. So there's flux cards, there's call to action cards, and then there is and that's it. The cool thing about the shadow work cards is there's two different hearts on them. I put away my little teaser card too soon. The full heart symbol poses a question to prompt you to own your personal triggers and shadows, while the clear heart symbol asks you a question to help you heal and clear your own heart space of the shadows you've experienced from others. So there's that deck. And then there's the big Spreadcrafters Oracle. And these are all by Kimberly Zahn, who also did the Panda Tarot, Way of the Panda Tarot. And this one has some Seeker cards. Oops, sorry. Some Seeker cards. Some Focus Area cards. Light Work cards. Shadow Work cards. Boundary cards, expansion, success, and processing. So I'll just flip through some of these beautiful colored cards while I talk to you and look at the backs, and oh, it's stunning when you do this. Like, look at that rainbow. Anywho, this deck, I think the issue I have with these is that it feels a little too expansive, and I get kind of decision paralysis going on. So I think, though, that I could use these to really play with my intuition, to just intuitively play with them. Nope, that's not out of order. I could, and there's multiple ways I could do that. So what I'm thinking right now, and we'll see how it goes, but the idea is to use these to try and, with my intuition, come up with spreads, find the ways I might enjoy using them. And I could do that by focusing on a topic and looking through the cards and picking the ones that stand out, that just hit me. I could even do that by just completely trying to let go. And when I want to do a reading randomly, maybe once a week or something, who knows? I'm just spitballing here. Maybe I come to one of these decks, which I intuitively pick. They're all here. Maybe I pick one of these intuitively, and I just, without any specific thought in mind, just look at the cards and pick 3, maybe 5 that stand out to me. So instead of drawing them like divination-y style, intuitively choosing them, just choosing the things that gut punch. So let's see here. Let's just look at this. Okay, ego really stands out. So does wound and upbringing. So just picking 3 or 5 that really just stand out. Maybe I do that by just picking one of each category. Maybe that's how I limit it a little bit more, just to give it a tiny bit of structure. But maybe I just go through the deck and I say, okay, this deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has 6 categories. So I will pick a card from the seeker category, the light work, the shadow work, the call to action category. And there's subcategories. So maybe I'll decide, okay, I'll pick from all the categories. I'll break it up into the little decks and I'll just intuitively pick one from each section. And kind of just play with these decks intuitively like that. And I can do that with the other ones too. So that's what I'm thinking about these for playing with my intuition. Specifically, this section feels playful. The next little grouping of decks I have are 3 decks that I don't know how I would use them, but they just feel very intuitive for me reading with them. And that's the first one I have here is my Forest of Enchantment Tarot. In this lovely bag made by the Crochet Witch Tarot. I'll link her channel up above, and I will have the link for her Etsy shop, Christa's Etsy shop, in the description box. And this cloth is by Peggy Pop, as of course her shop will be linked as well. I don't even know. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna film my intuitive decks. And this one is intuitive. I think it's because it's such the perfect fairy tale vibes to me. So this one just feels very intuitive for me. So I don't know how I would use this category. And I mean, I'm not going to have time to use all these decks. I don't pick decks each week. Maybe I'll start to once I feel like I more solidly understand what my day-to-day tarot practice is. But, so maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I could use a different... All of these decks that you're about to see in this little bit here are decks that are very, I want to say readable, for lack of a better word. They're all intuitive decks. That's why they're here. So maybe, here's a thought. I have 4 decks in this category. Maybe I use 1 per week for my daily draws. And then maybe because the whole thing is I really want to work on my intuition. And the Queen of Cups is my card this month, and the message I got was very clear. So maybe, here's my idea right now. Check back later, subscribe, and hit the notification to stay tuned. I will tell you in my upcoming month in tarot series. I'll check back in and tell you how I did. That's a new series that's going to be coming out. The first one's going to be coming out in September. I just didn't have time to get it ready for starting this month. So instead of doing a Sparks video, which honestly I'm like, they don't do well on my channel and I don't find them, I forget about writing those kinds of things. Instead of doing that, what I'm going to do every month is I'm going to come in and I'm going to reflect on how my month went in tarot by looking at my daily draws, just all of my tarot readings. I'm not going to look in a ton of detail. It's going to be summarized, but that would be a perfect video for me to report back on how the things I talked about in these videos went. Because I am filming these videos, or at least this one, I'm filming it ahead of time. I'm also, though, in the process as I'm filming this of completely like reorganizing how I organize my content planning and stuff. So that's all developing a lot. So it's kind of in flux at the moment. Anyways, what I could do is I could use these. Next one's the Light Sears Tarot. And I could use one each month. And I could use one each week. And I just want to give this a shuffle for my daily draws. And at the beginning of the day, I could just write a prediction. Just write a little prediction. Just whatever intuitively comes to me, whatever words intuitively come to me. And then at the end of the day, I could reflect on them. And see how it went. I really like doing prediction work. Not like, I can't predict exact events, but I really like reading the energy, and I love using my intuition. So maybe that's what I'll do for these decks. Maybe I will use these decks for my daily draw, and I can do some journaling for the month with them. another one I have of it is my Starseeker Tarot, which this one has always felt intuitive to me. And the pictures are amazing. This is a very, very, very Leo picture. Extremely Leo. The card itself is not associated with Leo necessarily, but Leo's governs the heart. So connecting the wands to your heart, to your passions, so that way they are imbued with that so you can move forward. Very, very, very Leo energy. But this deck is just so intuitive to me, and it always has been, and it's still just as intuitive as it was when I first got it. I do have a first impressions video of this. If you want, you can check that out. It's from a bit over a year ago, but you might still enjoy it. I've never reacted to a deck the way I did to this. And then I have one more, which is in this really cool box I made. This is, and there's a poem in the lid. This is what happened after I did my Tarot Vampires unboxing, which is also up above in the cards. I took the poem that Barb had put in it. You can go watch that, and I tucked it in here, and then this deck just feels very special. The vampire tears. Oh, I added some rose petals as an offering in there. I don't know why. They're fucking vampires. Like, but I feel like they talk to me. So this deck feels very intuitive to me. I truly don't know why. Like, it logically makes no sense, but I suppose that's intuition for you. It's not supposed to logically make a ton of sense. And like, look at how sexy they are. My God. It's a very sexy, very hot deck. But that's the last one that for some reason just feels intuitive. And that works because I believe there's only 4 full weeks in August. Let me check. Yes, there is 4 full weeks in August. And then there's 3 just like extra days. So that's a really good idea. I'm actually really, really excited for that. And I think that could be a really good way for me to also work on getting to know my decks. And I'll just pick the decks based on whatever theme I'm exploring and working on for the month based on my monthly cards. Hopefully I've found a good way to insert this. But since filming the main part of this video where I'm talking about my decks, that's where I came up with the idea, and I decided to do this. So I really liked that idea of doing daily journaling to work on my intuition that I was just talking about, where in the morning I just intuitively write what I think my daily card is about, and then in the evening I reflect on that in some way. So I built it into my monthly spread. I've got it set up week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and the few leftover days in week 5, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each day has the day of the week, or the day of the month, and there's 2 boxes. So I now have a place to do my month in tarot where I can write down in the morning. I can do that intuitive based on my daily card practice. And then in the evening, I can do the reflection and I can go through it. And then the blank space here will really allow me to, as the month goes, make notes. So when I sit down at the end of this month to film my month in tarot, I'll better be able to tell you how it went. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. And that brings us to my last little grouping. And these ones very specifically go together. That's my Shimmering Veil Tarot and my Soul Cards 1 and 2. I did not do first impressions of either of these. Let's open the Soul Cards first. These ones I specifically got to work on my intuition. specifically. This is, the Oracle deck is huge, so I'm going to split it this way. And this one I also specifically got to work on my intuition. Oh, let me see if I can't fix this light. Okay, I'm sorry about the little ring light there. So these cards, I don't know in what way I want to use them, but I know I want to use them, and I want to use them together. You'll just have to forgive the ring light. So they're just stunning together. And the great thing about them is these have no words or associations. They're just, and these, the association is very small down here. So it's enough that if I need to, I can use it. But if I don't need to, the fool. But if I don't need to, I don't have to. I'm extremely excited to work with these together. And I'm not sure how to work with them this month. Maybe I'll work with them. I'm really not sure. I'm trying to build up and expand my tarot practice, right? Currently I do daily draws, and I do my monthly prediction stuff. And then I do like my moon videos, which I use very like and then I do my moon readings, which I could try these for, and I've thought about that. So that might be interesting. I think the point of this is these two decks, my Soul Cards 1 and 2 and my Shimmering Veil Tarot, are my priority. I am going to prioritize working with them. So I could use them for my patrons' monthly reading and live readings. I could... There's the Hanged Man. This is really interesting. I'm not sure. But I think the point is that they get the priority. These are the ones I mainly want to work with for expanding my intuition. So I want to prioritize working with them to expand my intuition. I just don't know quite how that will work or look yet. The thing is, I started this YouTube channel before I fully established my practice and before I felt established. I started this channel when I just wanted someone to talk to about my journal. So the cool part is that, well, I think it's cool, is that if you've been following and if you follow along, you get to see me build things from the ground up. And I think that's amazing. This bag wrap was also done by Peggy. And Lisa actually recently did a video. Where she did a whole walkthrough of all the Peggy bags. All the different types of Peggy bags. So I will link that up above in the card so you can check it out. But that is it. These are my decks I have for working with intuition. These two are getting the top priority. I'm going to try using these ones each week for just my regular daily pulls. Which all I do with that right now is I just pull a card. And then, but I want to expand that a little. I could definitely use these for my week ahead spread reading at least. These 3 I'm just going to play with, or I'm going to try to play with, see how I feel. But yeah, those are my ideas for right now. I'm filming this on July 26th for the record. So these are my ideas going into the month of August. As I said, stay tuned. At the beginning of September, I'm going to have my first month in tarot video where I will update you on how all of this went. So stay tuned for that. On this week for Wednesday's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how I used my intuition, how I specifically was learning to read tarot using my intuition. And then on Friday's video, I'm going to be showing you how I've done tarot journaling with my intuition. The theme is intuition for this week. So we've got my intuitive decks. We've got the way I used my intuition for learning tarot and the way that has shown up in my journaling, like how I did it in my journals. So stay tuned for those. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you can come on back nice and easily. And let us know in the comments down below, what is your number 1 intuitive deck? Or, I mean, you could tell us a couple. No one's gonna, like, you're not gonna, it's not a test. You don't have to pick one. But what are some of your top intuitive decks that for you just feel intuitive, or that you really want to use for intuitive work? Let us know in the comments down below. And are you working with a specific theme in your tarot practice this month? I'd love to hear about that too. And otherwise, I'm going to let you go here. Don't forget to go out there and be the fool. Take risks. Jump. Take the leaps of trust and faith, because we never know when we're going to run out of opportunities to. And know that as you journey on, my love goes with you. I am going to let you go here, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.